Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We are here for the ESL PUBG Masters Summer, and we are getting down to the grand final here. Not only for this weekend, but for the next weekend as well. We are good to go for game number 1 here of the grand final, mind you, as these 16 teams go head-to-head to find out who's going to win the most chicken dinners, who's going to get the most prize money. Let's go to Miramar.
Norths in themselves. I'm quite surprised, to be fair. Enzo have somehow made it further, but I'll hold here for now because EIQ have pulled up on a little bit of a fight. They try and work the way down. Solid nade. She created, finds one. Corexi is damaged. He's down but not out just yet. Is forced to go in for the heal. The stims will be popped on the opposing side. The nades are pulled, so if he can bank this one right. The health is good. It has been pumped up with the health of getting the meds off earlier on. So he doesn't fall off the back of that one. And to be fair, with the damage that the nade has done, had he not healed and had he just gone for the res, he would have fallen victim. Reggie Beardo now here in support.
And let's see if they're able to get back up as well. Keep holding a tight Angie. Fate. Gonna jump into the house. It's just gonna be hard for him to take down this one here, Sims.
Yeah, the fight continues that you saw for a moment, the pull-up from EIQ. They've managed to get some sort of...
But now we're jumping on in. It is game number 2. I'm gonna leave you with Sims and Avenger for all of the action. Ta-da!
So was scouting that out. Let's not kind of stray away from that one. He's right below them. If the circle's good towards it and they give the information to Skade, then maybe there's a chance to push. If not, Anonymous could just loop back to the rest of his roster and carry on like nothing's happened whatsoever. Liquid, somehow, by hook or by crook, has avoided all these conflicts, which is just kind of wild. And as I say that, they finally turn up, and Mexi is just shot the hell out of the vehicle. EIQ now just, the gauntlet. The dungeon gauntlet has not been kind. They've lost 2 in transition. Might not go as good as what they were anticipated. They could have just held back and waited for FaZe to fall into it. But it does look like FaZe is kind of doing something of the opposite and just advancing forward.
Oh my god, literally he could not have been seen there though. FaZe clan finds him on the backside of things. I think FaZe and the guys are pretty aware of this situation. FaZe is spotting towards it.
And hell, there's a lot of situations already where we've seen question mark kind of twice almost now, with a doozy denying in the first game. Obviously they got second place and then into a win. That's fantastic stuff for question mark so far. So already denying points in a doozy, running out into the blue. I think faultlessly might have died to the blue as well at that very end, in some of those very end moments. So points will matter here in terms of kills potentially for those tiebreakers. But anyway, it's our last Miramar of the day, and then we roll into Erangel. So Sims, Avenger, take it away.
Friends, like they all like each other. There's no big rivalry between them, but I would have loved if that storyline kind of developed and put these guys into a situation where they're like they kind of not hate each other, but you know, the rivalry is something that we don't have too much of in PUBG, unfortunately.
No, I think the only real time we had that was probably the old DA players against any team that played for DA as an organization, to be honest. That's really the only main rival we've had. Yeah, I think leaving when they mutually respect one another, most of the players within PUBG anyway, and leaving on good terms like that. I mean, hell, he's landed himself on Liquid and on one of the best rosters in the world, so he's never going to be, you know, super pissed by any means. And they've done well off the back of it. Liquid is a formidable roster. FaZe, we've not seen, I don't think, and I think it's a fair comment to say, we've not seen that superstar FaZe clan come out to play just yet. Even with the addition of Fex, it's not been what I was expecting it to be, and I was expecting it to be smashing FaZe on all fronts. But I think that's also a bigger compliment to EMEA PUBG on a larger region. Everyone has elevated over these last 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, a super good point. Exactly what I was thinking as well. Like, it's the depth that we were talking about on as well. Novik spots him. Shots pre-fire, nice. While Entropiq tries to take on VP here. VP is just playing extremely well with their movement and the utility usage. Vard finds Corexi, and now it's just Novik. Nades are coming out. He should be pushing through that. I would have loved to seen that. Underhand, no. Oh, knock. Nope. He's dead. Novik got Spire down, but the rest is going to be able to come off, and Redline moved into a really good position.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got to do something when you're in the European region to try and keep up with what CIS is putting out, because right now we're constantly seeing question mark at the top here. Redline has a few if I correct, yeah, they're all kind of similar. That flag. I'm really bad with some of these flags. We got Serbia.
These flags they're all red, white, and blue with some stuff inside
Exactly.
them. I can't really tell.
Okay, whoa. If you looked at all those flags straight there, you would know exactly which ones are which. Because I'm really bad with it.
Probably, maybe. I think the hardest one is the Serbia one, right? Croatia, and Serbia, and Czech Republic. That goes super similar.
The Serbia one was the hardest for me, definitely.
I definitely say like geography's got better with the UK, like, you know, educational system. Working in esports, my geography has got much better. I'll go with that. Just learning where players are from, accents, flags, because it was terrible growing up.
Tell you something. Not living in the UK for 10 years has helped my geography considerably. Yeah. So anyway, it's time for the game. It's Erangel. Let's get it on. Sims and Avenger.
It's really just kind of sitting and watching this one unfold. Yeah, watching it unfold at the moment. See who's going to be setting up in the best of places. Auglos have to be careful. This roadside's going to give them a bit of room to work with. EIQ, is anyone at the bridge? Yes, the bloody is. Navi's on the opposing side. Quizzy has a partner. They're in a 2-2 split. They'll take the central crossroads for the buildings. They give themselves a little bit of a height advantage and some vision to see who's coming across. Remember, the bridges are much bigger. You put the catwalks underneath if you want to try and take cover, but I'm assuming you're going to be dead and buried before you're even getting out of those vehicles. But there's more traversing angles. I want to say more room to be able to swing it out of it. They're about to hit now, so I kind of want to take a look at that as Correx is the first victim to fall. Thank you, observers. Perfect. Hawkey damaged. Novik damaged. If there's anyone else here to try and receive them as they come flying around, going down momentarily. Circle been favorable to those located further away from water. Extremely unfavorable for FaZe Clan. This has not been a great game for them. They lost a player off the bat. They now have to go up a 4 versus 2 on EIQ, who are just pushing into them, allowing pressure. FaZe has got a knock out of this, so a 2 versus 4 would be rather dirty if they somehow pull it off. Spyro sees 2 players, somehow gets missed by the first swing on the second. Oh my word. There is no way he should have been allowed to do that. The overpeak should have been real. The trade-off should have happened. But Spyro is a god amongst men, and once again, he comes out in an unwinnable situation.
Yeah, Mutant losing 2 in a situation where they have a really good center zone. Phosphase finds Reggie Beardo, and Bambaki gets to kill Novik.
Or just have 4 queens on the board, and you can move anywhere you want.
Yeah.
Very nice as well. We have had so far Plan B, Redline, and Team Liquid getting themselves victories, and now we have 2 more Erangels on the way. And Rich, I have to thank you, because I, for once almost ever, didn't say grassy pastures going in, and you saved my bacon. Thank you.
No, I wanted to kind of come in there and just I didn't hear it, so I thought I've got to introduce it. Just, you know what it is? You're missing the big TV in the back, James. You're missing the power and the energy that's given by the old TV in the back and all the LEDs and stuff. You need a big TV. That's the next purchase.
I've got things to work on, all right? Things to work on. Anyway, you guys have got things to work on. It's game number 5. Get it on.
They'll run straight into him, surely.
We're probably gonna try to play some of the open areas, or try to spot, the 1-story house east of his night to see if that's open. That would be a big brain play. It looks like they're going to be trying to go for it. Redline is sitting as well. Lukaruk saw that. It's a big fight. They're going to be taking multiple down. Even he's the last player already here. Mix is trying to come in. They're both 25 HP or so. Shots coming in. Jumping Mexi, double flushes. This is fantastic. Big coming in, and help coming in from BP as well. Mexi's going to jump in. That car was turned upside down, and he's actually able to survive. Oh, no.
That's massive.
Coming in. Yeah,
like, you can't just to... Oh, what? 3 for 1? Holy DA. We said it earlier on. We said it. All it took was 1 nade from Na'Vi, and it would spell disaster for Digital Athletics. This time it has struck. And my God, has it struck with damage.
Also keeping it to the end.
All right, final game time. Let's see who's going to be able to make it. Any of these teams could potentially leap into first place. Let's get into it with Sims and Avenger.
Last year was just insane for them. Their consistency throughout last year was just unparalleled by any other team. Let's see if Richie Peter is able to stake out one of the guys from Redline. They're just passing through. No. Look, he's actually parking up. Oh, this would be unfortunate. He hasn't heard him. He has no idea. Correxy could be baiting for him and just giving the information off, but Lukaruk's scouting. The early game IGL for Redline. Nailop is found by Correxy. That's actually a really good knock inside the house and everything. And now Lukaruk's going to be looking towards Corexy, and Regibito could be walking up on him. He has to cross and has to put some. Ooh, he has the angle. He literally has the angle. Shots coming in, connecting. Oh, the nade is actually not even close. Reggie will try, and now it's just so many containers. Is he gonna have the info? Oh, the info is coming in. Moving. Shots. Oh, he got baited by his own teammate. No, he didn't. No. Trying to get the dive by here. Corexy. Shots. Connecting. Nice. Knock with the headshot from Corexy. Oh, help by QB. Oh my god. What a backup. Super well played by QB. Yeah, that's team play right there, my friend. The smoke there, they could. Oh, that's a good bounce. Not hitting anything just yet. Oh, committing a bit of utility, trying to hold off the Angies. Luxor wants to revive Hellstar in this case. So 4 versus 2. They cut the rest off. DA is going to find Hawkey and Novik. That's Entropiq down and out in 16th place here in our last game after the dominant performance that they had in the lower bracket. It's 5 kills for the day in 6 games. It's not what we're looking to see. Dickory finds both. Oh, yeah.
No, did we try?
Did we? Oh, here you go.
I genuinely couldn't remember if we did. It's been a bit of a longer day today, actually. But Redline will sit at the number 1 spot. FaZe leaps into 2nd place with that victory that they got at the very end. Na'Vi slightly pushed down, even though absolutely neck and neck between them here. So big names. One thing to point out, though, to be honest, is Question Mark has had a blinder of a day as well here, Rich. Right. That's been really good to watch.
They have, and for someone like myself who's, seen it before, but wanting to see from a dude is like as a long-term fan, seeing him up there with a decent team backing him and being able to put up numbers like that, it's good. It's, don't get me wrong, it's an overall team effort, regardless which way you want to cut it. But when we see these teams who are unsigned and playing off a name that they've just put together and just got together and cracked on with it, it's good because for many 2-3 years ago, it's like, oh, just a rando team. They're just going to get pushed over. But when it's a rando team full of really good fraggers, it's like, well, there you go then. They're not scared to fight and they're doing everything right.
Yep, very impressive stuff. And some of the teams that have kind of languished down towards the bottom here, Martin, yes, we saw Entropiq do great in the lower bracket. Only 5 kills throughout the day. It's not good enough for them. But at least tomorrow, if they come back in, fresh mindset, fresh mentality, get a win or 2 under their belt, maybe they can push back up.
Also, even for Digitalytics and Virtus Pro, like 1 win will propel them straight into the top. But the question, and for tomorrow, the question is really, is there any team being able to clutch out 3 wins? That would be a guaranteed win already for the weekend, right? But I'm thinking we're going to see, maybe a 2 or 3-way 2 wins tie, so kills are gonna matter heavily. Like you can see they're already extremely close, right? 36, 32, 32, 30, 28. So kills are gonna be extremely important. So those denies that we've seen might play, even though I don't like it, it might play a factor going into tomorrow.
Yep, it could. It definitely could. We've always got our eyes focused on not only those chicken dinners, but also the kills coming in from every single game, because as you say, those tiebreakers could be impactful down the line. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me here today. That is it for day number 1 of the grand finals. Tomorrow, we are back, same time, same place, for day number 2 of the grand finals and more PUBG action. We'll see you then. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is day number 2 here for the ESL PUBG Masters Summer. We have already had day number 1 conclude of our grand final so far in this particular weekend, and Redline sit atop the pack right now. Who is going to be challenging them? That is the big question for today. Yesterday we had 6 different chicken dinner winners, and today we'll find out who's going to be able to rack up more chicken dinners as well. My name's Kyle Harris, your host as always. We have 6 maps coming at you today. We're going to have 3 of Miramar, the new Miramar, by the way, and then we have 3 of Erangel afterwards. So be ready. We're back-to-back blasting through these games like we have been every other single day, as 16 teams are going to be competing, and this is the final day for them to get good money on the board.
Many areas of this map now, even more so now that we're playing on the remastered Miramar, where you have these cliff sides or cliff faces that you really can't use for anything other than driving up or driving down. There actually ain't that much space you can really utilize, and therefore, I mean, I think for quite a few teams, come phase 4, you aren't really in a position where you can use those vehicles for cover, or for rotations, just because there's already too many teams nearby you that that could pose a threat if you were to rotate with vehicles.
when we go all the way like phase 6, 7, whatever later. Anyway, Squeak is going to be getting a knock as well, and the flush Novik's going to fall down. So Squeak is going to be getting the second kill as well. So 2 guys are dead. Teams without the place, and there isn't that many compounds. So they will have to find some other places from the hills, because he actually James also getting a flush as well from Hawkeye. So Entropiq, they're down to 2 players as well. So both Blaze and Entropiq, they're down to 2. A lot of decisions are made, and I think it's the right call, because everybody wants to get the chicken dinner. They want to get the chicken dinner, and you cannot do it when you're dead. But talking about dead, we have Regibert and Kurexi taken down as well. So both human squads, Blaze and Entropiq, they will finally go down to 0, and they are gone. So 14 teams alive.
Here we're gearing up for game number 2. So far, so good for Virtus Pro. They leap all the way into first place right now. Let's see if they can continue that, or if some other teams can book the trend.
Navi, Melman, they actually going to move there on the side of San Martin on top of that hill, most probably. Well, I guess actually Hawkeye kind of like holding that place, that nobody can actually come on that hill to try to shoot the remains from the San Martin, but he's going to leave immediately. And meanwhile, getting very heavily inside of San Martin, all the 4 players coming with the vehicles, and there's going to be Entropiq on this same road. We can see already Kurexi in front of them. He's going to be actually moving the vehicle, and they will decide to crash the same buildings which Entropiq is currently holding. Regibert against Squeak, got Flush as well. So there we go. Anthony will need to battle, and also players from Ska. There's 1 player inside of the apartment building as well. X team is going to be quite far away.
All wrapping down to that southeast side. In the meantime, Skate will fall. Nukit last one to go, while these teams are still trying to make their way out of the city.
Yeah, there's a lot of places actually around the power grid where they can hide, so probably they will actually stop there on the side of it somewhere. Great spray from Dendelos, gonna be getting Kurexi down, so we'll find another one as well. Novik falls down, but it's gonna be a question mark at the same time shooting, so he's gonna be getting the knock on Novik. Kurexi will get Onur at the same time, so Ogles and Entropiq, as we can see, they're fighting here, and also question mark watching from the distance.
Like Liquid going aggressive on this one. They know they have VP kind of bruised up, and now they find the remaining 2 VP players there as well. James finds Batulins. In the end, that's gonna be all of them gone down. Then the last looking for more, down to 9 HP, barely alive here, and it really is frustrating for Entropiq. I mean, they want to deal with this player, they want to move out of here, and can you get out of this building? I'm not sure you can, but Kurexi, as you can see, kind of aware of where he has to go, jumps through the window, gets himself killed, trying to jump in straight to the car from the window, managed to do so, but is taken down immediately after.
Yeah, I mean, this actually took so many minutes that they allowed the question mark to come on the side. Ozi gets Novik immediately, and Regibert is going to fall down. Fex is going to get that knock from FaZe, but it's going to be in the end question mark who's going to finish up the whole job. And Ozi with a great spray, and Kurexi, he is no longer on the server.
All right, and there is one more opportunity for this weekend to get yourself that chicken dinner on Miramar, and then we'll be moving over to Erangel. So without further ado, it is time for game number 3 of the day. Copter and Toby, bring me the desert.
James kind of like scouting the area. He's going to be right here next to Virtus Pro, where we can see just Athletics there. It's going to be a Kurexi dropping. But no! Whoa! He should get... No! But no! He's going to get it in the end. But I mean, no, don't come. Like,
imagine if you ran him over.
But now we can see a lot of sense towards the fields, and we saw how it went down for Redline, as we have Ali actually finding Novik at the same time. Melman's going to be opening fire as well, but Hawk is going to be trading up with the Groza, has the silencer as well. I just love that sound, to be honest. And now they will go for the hunting. They know that Hawk is there. The flashbang's going to be thrown. Ali changes the plan, and there we go. We'll get the job. Then Entropiq, they're going to fall down this time. They will take the 9th place, unfortunately.
Where they couldn't really get that flush on.
Yeah, and not huge motivation for them to go pursuing those knocks as well, right? When they're kind of in the circle, they're chilling, they're doing all right, there's nobody near them. But anyway, it is time for the grassy pastures. It's Erangel. We got 3 games coming at you to finish off Grand Finals weekend 1, and Copter and Toby are going to bring you all the action.
Well with the plan B, and Guziar as the last player for Mutiny. We'll get a knock actually, and that's going to mean that plan B, they only have Jiri up remaining. But yeah, let's see now. Entropiq, they will find a question mark as well. They will try to trade it. Kurexi against Fate. That's going to be a good start for the whole fight. And there we go. Novik will get a flash as well. But yeah, Entropiq, they also go very low.
Almost run over by his teammate. That would have been the ultimate terrible timing for that to happen, now that they know they have to hold off the Entropiq push here. Doozy continues a bit further forward. They have to worry, and you can see as soon as he gets out, doesn't look towards Entropiq, needs to make sure that no one's trying to shoot them from behind here. Nawik, Nate's thrown forward, Smoke's thrown forward. They have a lot of utility. They haven't really fought up close yet, so we'll see now if they can make this happen. Nate's thrown forward. I believe flashes will be coming in just a short moment here as well.
And this is a fight which Entropiq needs to win. Oh, Novik's gonna fall down. Novik's gonna fall down as well. Faultlessly. Will find amazing performance. Gonna be helping out the team. And Hawkey, Reggie Bear, they're still here. Almost drives over Hawkey. And there's gonna be still sprays coming from question mark. But Chulin for Virtus Pro, who's gonna be stealing these kills. I mean, they are just collecting all the kills. And Reggie Bear against Faultlessly. Finally, it's gonna be 1 versus 1. A Dozy versus Hawkey. And I mean, it didn't go like it was supposed to go. Both teams having so lot of casualties. Actually, Reggie Bear is still there as well. But Dozy will get 1. So Hawkey with a headshot's gonna fall down. Dozy takes the damage from the distance as well. Maybe needs to leave. It is Enz who is shooting.
Doozy spotted him inside the vehicle. Doozy, let's see if you can do this drive-by. Your opponent is out of ammo. He's in the open now. Barely any HP. Has to commit to this fight. Headshot comes through. Let's see if we can get him down. Oh, what Doozy get out of here? Jumps over on the other side of the vehicle. Still somehow alive. But Perfectix from the side finds the angle, gets the kill, and question mark are out. Imperia, you really want to find this kill? Took him long enough, but able to do it. Solo player left alive, grabbing whatever kills it can, while the win might not be up for grabs here for Plan B. They want more kills to secure their spot. And Aldo in a 1v3 against the players has to do a whole lot of damage on his own. Not gonna happen. Bambagi does go down to Patulin, so some damage is done in return, but I don't think they can. Well, I guess I say that you have 4 bullets, Spear. You have 4 bullets. Reload that gun before you push.
Or towards the action, like a little bit more, or then they just need to go to the edges and play from there.
We know someone like the Wanderer, he's a powerhouse and can lead this roster to great victories sometimes here, given the term. But anyway, it's time for our penultimate Erangel of the day. The Grassy Passage is on the way. It's game number 5. Take it away, boys.
James is driving back towards his teammates now. The only thing, the issue with this is that Skate are kind of in between the liquid split right now, so he could be in trouble if they drive into one another. Reggie spots Squeaky, but it's too late. He's gonna go down, and the story kind of continues with Entropiq just game after game after game, losing players early on rotation.
Moving the 2 other players, but we can see Entropiq, they are trying to find a place. They have Plan B, as we can see from the minimap already. They head straight towards them, and they are waiting. Definitely, we can see Novik getting inside. They will try to do some drive-bys. Nobody's gonna be on that scope, but Kurexi, he will find an enemy immediately from inside of that building. Wanderer gets Novik down. Kurexi just watching it from the angle. This guy on the next room already as Wanderer gets Novik, and only Kurexi and Hawkey remaining. Hawkey takes the damage. He seems to be in trouble, but will get behind that building, and Kurexi finds Archie.
Able to find the first one for Entropiq. Only 2 players alive though, so might just be a little too late. Kurexi trying to stay alive. Hawkey still on his feet as well. Needs to make a push forward. Surprised to see Entropiq taking this fight, but then again, I mean, they know they need some kills in order to fly up that leaderboard. There's still 10 behind the current 8th race team, and that's Plan B, the team they're fighting here, already with a win. So they need kills no matter what, trying to commit to him, but it ain't easy.
Yeah, it is 2 versus 3, basically 4 if they do the revival for Archie. But yeah, Kurexi and Hawkey, they're on the different buildings as well, so they can basically set up a crossfire, but it's also very easy to push the other guy down. So I think that the Entropiq, they definitely have a problem on their hands. But yeah, maybe it was the only move which they were able to do here, and I gotta respect that. At least they got 1 player down, but now Archie has been revived, so they can actually play 4 versus 2, and that's a huge problem.
Game Honor with Nate's in hand, trying to see what he can do. Not sure exactly what he's trying to nade. In the meantime, Kurexi finds 1, finds 2, goes for the 3rd, can get it actually. Hello, my bat from the vehicle, able to do damage in return. Just exactly surviving that one with barely any HP.
Gotta be putting some special strategy on the last game. Now we guys gonna get it done, and that's what I'm expecting.
A little bit of special tactics. All right, I like it. Well, anyway, it's time. The final game of our first Grand Finals weekend. Let's get to it and see who becomes the winner of this weekend.
Guaranteed at this point. I don't think that Aldia is going to be able to get the teammates back up alive. Hillstory, nice tags coming through. They're going to be able to find the knock on 1 as well. Yusik falls down. Millman will be flushed there in the end of it. Hawkey shoots at 1, finds the knock on 1, finds the knock on 2, taking down both of them. Only Granular left alive, but no! Knocked with the molly in hand, goes down. That's going to be him out. Mutiny does get eliminated, but so much damage done.
Options going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to be a lot of money. But luckily, next week we have a little bit more money on the line. So maybe somebody's going to be catching that missing cash then next week. And
Yes, indeedy do, because we are now taking a hiatus throughout the week, and then we will be back next weekend, same time, same place, where, as Copter says, there is more money on the line, and we will see who is able to get the lion's share of it to push themselves potentially up to first place and be crowned our champion. So we'll see you then for more PUBG action.